Hey everybody, time for a little Bible trek. We're going to read Luke chapter 3, Luke chapter 4. I'm Zech, and I just want to share with you the difference between like the greatest people you know, the ones who are Christians and point to God and say, look, follow him, and between the Lord himself. And that's kind of what we see in Luke chapter 3 and 4. We see both John the Baptist and Jesus reading or quoting from Isaiah. And this is what they say in Luke chapter 3. John the Baptist is baptizing people for repentance and the forgiveness of sins, and then says this about himself. He says, the voice, that's who I am, the voice of one crying out in the wilderness, prepare the way of the Lord, make his path straight. And then he says, every valley shall be filled, every mountain and hill shall be made low, the crooked shall become straight, the rough places shall become level ways, and all flesh shall see the salvation of God. He says he's coming. The Lord himself is coming, and in his coming everything will be made right. And I'm just a voice pointing to him. That's really the best of any of us could hope for. Jesus, though, is different. In Luke 4, he quotes from Isaiah. He is given a scroll to read in the synagogue, and he finds the place, whether he turns to it or it just happens to be the chapter, Isaiah 61, that he's going to read. But this is what he says of himself. He says, the Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because he has anointed me. And that word anoint is Christ or christen. He has anointed me to proclaim good news to the poor. He has sent me to proclaim liberty or release, forgiveness to the captives, and recovery of sight to the blind, to set at liberty those who are oppressed, and to proclaim the year of the Lord's favor. What a difference, right? Jesus has come to make all things right, to give us freedom and release and sight, for some literal, most of us spiritual for now, and liberty from those things that oppress us, and God's favor, God's grace. So the best people we know point us to Jesus so that we can receive his grace. So today, be one of those people like John the Baptist and says, hey, I'm a voice, the voice of one crying in the wilderness or the mountains or the valleys or the seashore, whatever it is, and point to the salvation that has come in Jesus. All right, today's St. Patrick's Day. Hope it's great. Hope you enjoy it. And Aaron Gobra, and